Hey guys, today I'm making chocolate cupcakes. So I'm going to start with 3 cups of hot water. And it doesn't have to be boiling hot, it just has to be out of your tap as hot as it'll go. I'm going to stir this together and then let it sit while the cocoa powder dissolves. I have 2 cups of cocoa powder and 3 cups of hot water. And now that we've mixed it, it gets to sit. And while that dissolves, I'm going to put our dry ingredients together. I have 6 cups of all-purpose flour, 4 teaspoons of baking soda, a teaspoon of baking powder, and 3 teaspoons of salt. Let me make note. This is triple the recipe. I happen to need a whole lot of cupcakes, so this is not your normal, if you're just making cupcakes for the kids, cut this recipe into 1/3 of what I'm making. Okay? And now, we're going to head over to the mixer. Okay, so at the mixer I have 2 1/4 cups of shortening. And we're going to let this, I'm going to beat it for a little bit just to make sure it's all the same texture. There aren't any clumps of it stuck in the middle. And now I'm going to add 4 1/2 cups of sugar. And I'm going to start on low, work my way up, and beat this for about 4 minutes. So that the sugar and the shortening are light and fluffy together. 4 minutes. Our shortening and our sugar is light and fluffy. So now we're going to add 3 teaspoons of vanilla. And 6 eggs. Just remember, this is triple what you normally need. This should make 6 dozen cupcakes. We're going to incorporate that, and then we're going to beat those together for another 2 minutes just to make sure the eggs get fully incorporated into the shortening and sugar mixture. Eggs and vanilla fully incorporated. So now we're going to, by thirds, put in the dry mixture. And I'm going to put in 1/3 of the dry mixture and then half of that cocoa powder water mixture, and then 1/3 of the dry mixture and then half, and then follow up with the final 1/3. Cocoa mixture. More flour. The last of the chocolate mixture. last of our flour mixture. We're going to incorporate that and then go back to the table to pour it into our cupcake liners. So our cupcake batter is done in the mixer. And now, if you've watched this for any length of time or any other videos, you know that I'm going to stir everything to make sure that whatever my mixer paddle didn't get at the bottom of the mixer, I can incorporate now by hand. And see, if you can see, there are streaks of the shortening and sugar that didn't get incorporated with the chocolate. That's what these. All right, now that that's done, I have my scoop. It's a cookie scoop, and I just fill it a little overflowing, because we like that, and drop it right into my lined muffin tin. So I'm going to put these in the oven. I'm going to do 2 trays at a time because I got a lot to get done. And then they're going to bake for about 20-22 minutes. And the way that you know a cupcake is done, and you touch the top of it, if it springs back, it's perfect. If you touch it and it deflates, it's not ready. If you touch it and it doesn't move, it's overdone. And if you need a tip on how to salvage overdone cupcakes, I am your woman. Cut out the middles and put a filling inside. No one will ever know that the cupcake itself was overdone. And there we go. These are going to go in the oven for 22 minutes. Our chocolate cupcakes, 20 minutes in the oven and they are good to go. See how it springs back up when you touch it? That's a done cupcake.